day, everybody. Welcome to Barber Dave's Barbershop at Home. I'm Barber Dave. It's been about almost a week and a half, 2 weeks since I've done a video, so we thought we'd go ahead and do one. I think December 7th was the last time I did one. Today's going to be kind of a mishmash, and I don't believe I've reviewed this soap in a video with a straight razor. I think I did it with a DE razor. So we're going to try that. So the soap we're going to use today is a shave stick, and it's made by Cremo. It's the Cremo Classic. This can be purchased at Target, Walmart, and everything else, and I got this one at Walmart for $8.97. And so far, I've been pretty impressed with the Cremo stuff, so we'll see how it holds up to the requirements of a straight shave. For the aftershave, just in case it doesn't go well, we're going to use one of the most healthy ones, and that's the Via Barberia Omega Aquae, and it goes well with the classic scent. And then to keep the freshness of it in that steam bath type of thing, we're going to be using for our cologne, we're going to be using Penhaligon Savoy Steam. Now, the difference between Savoy Steam cologne and the Savoy Steam Eau de Parfum is quite serious because there's pink pepper in the other one and stuff like that, and it's more of a unisex, where this is a little bit more masculine. They don't make this anymore, and it's in the big bottle, so if you can find it, go ahead and get it. And then for the razor, the big star of the show today is going to be one of my Swedish beauties, and this is an Eric, actually this one, yeah, this was an Eric Anton Berg, little 4/8 race car with a barber notch, and we'll go from there. So hope everybody's getting prepared for Christmas as best they can. So with the shave stick, there's a couple of different philosophies on how to do it. Some say wet the shave stick, some say wet your face. I have a tendency just to wet my face and then just take the shave stick and just to put some soap on. And as I said, I think I've done a video on the other flavors with a DE, but not with a straight razor. And I have a tendency to put this on a little bit thicker, just so I can get it to lather up. And then at that point, then your brush, I use usually a badger brush, but your badger brush has been soaking, and then you just start building. When I first got these Cremo shave sticks, I wasn't overly impressed in the beginning, because the first usage, you know, you're still getting used to what it's supposed to do and everything else, and they were not very slick. But as I've used them more and more, they've become better and better. I would compare these to Palmolive. Not quite the level of La Toja as far as the shave stick, and not quite the level of the Spike shave stick, but they're pretty close. And they'll take on a decent amount of water. And I'll usually do that in 2 stages. I did have a question from one of my viewers as far as what brush I use when I use my talc. That was for Luke, and I will address that at the end. Okay, so let's see how she does. Nice and slick. Actually doing pretty good with this. And this Eric Anton Berg, just like all the other Swedish razors, super hard steel. Not very flexible. Even in these smaller, thinner grinds. And just a joy to use. But also a razor that does demand quite a bit of respect. So there's the first pass, pretty nice. We're going to go ahead and speed up the next two passes, and we'll see you on the other side. Okay, we're back. I think I kind of overhydrated the soap a little bit because it broke a little bit quicker than I thought. But, you know, as I said, for an $8 soap or $9 soap, can it withstand what it takes to do a straight shave? Sure. Very nice, very slick. Just dissipates a little bit, but I think that was my fault. A little bit of cleanup. Okay. Good old Swedish steel axe as normal. That's why, if you notice, I didn't strop it because there's no need to, as far as in between shaves, or passes rather. Nice DSBBO shroud. We'll see how well the soap protected with the alum. Not bad. Hardly any zap at all. About what you'd expect from any alcohol-based shave, although I'm getting more out of this finger because I sliced this with a straight razor at work the other day. So very nice. And that was the Parasso alum block that I use. I found that I like that one better than the Osma and better than some of the other ones. It's got a light fragrance to it, not much, but just enough to make it nice. And again, we'll be using the Omega Aquae. And this is one of the first serums, because that's what it is basically, that has hyaluronic acid in it, and it's really good for the skin. Goes on, well, very aquatic, light scent, very light scent. But goes on almost like a gel. A little bit more of a thicker consistency than the Nivea 2-in-1, but properties of it are the same. The one thing that this has in it, the Nivea does not have in it, this has silk proteins in it, and the silk proteins really make your face feel nice and soft once it dries down. So then again, the Cremo shave stick for $8.97. It's worth having. If nothing else, they're TSA approved, so you can throw them in your DOP kit, throw them in your carry-on when you're traveling, when we start traveling again, and they're really easy to take care of. As far as the talc's concerned, we're going to be using Borotalco today. Now, Luke had asked some questions about the talc and what kind of brush, whether to use a synthetic or a Badger. As long as it's a soft brush. I mean, this is an old Crabtree and Evelyn Badger brush that I wasn't using anymore, so I just adapted it for the talc. But even take one of your wife's or girlfriend's makeup brushes, wash it out real good. They're very, very soft, and use it. So there's literally, you know, as long as it's a soft brush, it doesn't have to be a shaving brush. In fact, sometimes the makeup brushes usually have Badger hair in them or a synthetic hair, and they're packed pretty dense for, you know, feathering out the powder, and that's what they're made for. So, you know, but I had an extra, I mean, I've got so many brushes, so, you know, I had an extra old Badger brush that means a lot to me, but I wasn't using it for shaving anymore because it's a little floppy. So I've adapted it to the powder. The nice thing I like about the Borotalco, and I think I told Luke that as well, why it's my favorite, is because it's very neutral. Well, it's an Italian powder, but very neutral in scent, and so it doesn't cloy with anything that you plan on using. Now, as far as the Penhaligons, that's what we'll be using for eau de cologne. Unfortunately, I do not have an atomizer for this, and the opening for this is monstrous. So What I tell people to do, put your thumb over it, sprinkle a few drops in, and then apply it like you would an aftershave. Because it being a cologne, it's on the, Eau de Parfum, Eau de Toilette, well, Absolute Eau de Parfum, Eau de Toilette, cologne, aftershave. So it's not, it's not hugely in smell, but the wonderfulness of the hammam smell, and this is very, very traditional Penhaligons. Why, guys, you stopped making this is beyond me and switched to the Parfum. So if anybody from Penhaligons is watching, bring back the Savoy Steam Cologne in the original scent. It would be fantastic. Kind of like English Fern. Why you guys stop using English Fern? Shame on you. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining us for Barber Dave's Barbershop at Home. If you haven't checked us out at The Shaving Cadre yet, please do so. www.theshavingcadre.com. Big thanks to Chris at CBL Soaps for getting me a couple of more patches, including the 1000 straight shaves, which is now going to be 2000, and then, of course, the TSC owner patch. So once again, Barber Dave, Barber Dave's Barbershop at Home. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you again real soon.